Hello everyone and welcome to the weird, scary and horrible parts of humanity. Today we are looking at the 2007 SuccessTech Academy shooting which took place in Cleveland, Ohio, which saw the perpetrator killed and 5 people injured. Also a massive shout out to Dossier Hayden 212 for recommending this case. Born in 1993 in Cleveland, Ohio in the United States of America and living on West 43rd Street, Asa H. Coon had a very difficult upbringing. Coon's brother, Stephen, was charged twice with domestic violence and assault by the age of 13 and was released shortly before the shooting. The location of his father was unknown at the time of the shooting and he was known to beat and assault his mother. He had a twin sister, Nicole. Neighbour Rachel Metzger said that he was a very hyper kid who was constantly yelling at his mother or anyone else and was pretty violent. He and Nicole were polar opposites, with Nicole outgoing, blonde and playing outside, while her brother was introverted, had dark hair and would play inside. He also liked to take appliances apart around the house and build them back together, as well as help adults fix and build things. Since the age of 12 in 2005, he had had a criminal record and had appeared in juvenile court after his mother Laurie called the police and told them that Coon slapped her and called her a vulgar name when she tried to intervene in a fight between Coon and his sister Nicole. Once in court, he was ordered to undergo psychological testing and follow doctor's orders, with the magistrate ordering the family to undergo therapy together. Coon refused, threw the paperwork on the floor, charged out of the office and assaulted his mother, nearly knocking her to the ground. The magistrate then decided to send Coon to the Youth Developmental Center in Hudson, Ohio, about 30 miles by car from the center of Cleveland. While waiting for a spot in the Youth Development Center to open, he was sent to Jones' home, an interim shelter care facility in Cleveland, where he attempted to kill himself. Eventually sent to Hudson Youth Development Center, he was placed on Colandine, a medication used to treat ADHD, as well as trazodone, a sedative and antidepressant. He spent a few days at the Laurelwood Hospital before being sent to home detention. While at Laurelwood Hospital, he was found to have suicidal tendencies and believed to have bipolar disorder, but was never formally diagnosed. Returning to home detention, his relationship with his mother continued to deteriorate, with both screaming and cursing at each other as he refused to take his medication. Initially attending the local Thomas Jefferson School, he attempted to hurt another student, with a teacher noting that he had issues and was not surprised that he became a school shooter. He was eventually suspended from Thomas Jefferson School. In November 2006, after completing counselling, anger management and community service, he was released from probation. At the age of 14, he began attending SuccessTech Academy, an alternative public high school in Cleveland, Ohio, which was established through a grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in 2002. The school only had 250 students and emphasized technology, maths and entrepreneurship, but it had strong graduation rates, with 94% of students graduating compared to 55% of students graduating in the district. According to NBC News, at the time of the shooting, the majority of students at the school were of African American descent, with a small number of students white and Hispanic. However, despite being at an alternative school, Coon deeply struggled to adjust. He had a gothic appearance and eccentric behaviour and was ridiculed as Jack Black due to his long black hair and the fact that he was overweight. He made threats of violence in front of students and teachers on the week commencing the 1st of October 2007. He was prone to anger, and his world history teacher, Michael Grice, said that he was frustrated after having been given a failing grade and made attempts to pressure Grice into a fight. His friend Joseph Fletcher noted that he was pushed too far and that his teachers were unable to help him with his problems. However, some students were not overly concerned, with 15-year-old Demar Tab stating, "I thought he was just kidding." All of this came to a height when Coon argued on Monday, the 8th of October 2007, with friends on the existence of God during a reading class, with Coon stating that he didn't believe in God, didn't respect God, and worshipped Marilyn Manson, before flashing the other kid an obscene gesture, as described by the Plain Dealer newspaper in Cleveland, but it's unclear to this day what the gesture was. Both students then got into a fight, with Coon taking a beating. This led to a 3-day suspension for Coon and the other student. Coon warned the other student, "I'm going to get you. I will get you." According to his uncle, Larry Looney, this pushed Coon over the edge as teachers did not want to listen to his side regarding the fight. The school had minimal security with only one guard, no metal detectors, and the school doors were often left unlocked. 2 days into his 3-day suspension, on Wednesday the 10th of October 2007, Coon walked into the SuccessTech Academy at 1 PM, armed with 2 handguns, a .22 caliber revolver and a .38 caliber revolver, as well as a box with additional rounds of ammunition with 3 folding knives, all of which were stuffed into a duffel bag. He maintained his gothic appearance, wearing a shirt from a Marilyn Manson concert, black jeans and black painted fingernails. He made it to the 4th story of a 5-story building, entered the man's toilet and loaded his .22 and .38 caliber revolvers. 6 minutes after he arrived, Coon exited the toilet and bumped into 14-year-old Peak, with Peak, unaware of what Coon was planning, punching Coon in the face. When Peak walked away, Coon shot him in the abdomen. Coon then shot 17-year-old Damel Rogers, who was in the same hallway, with Rogers suffering a grazed gunshot wound to the elbow. He then entered a social studies classroom and shot 42-year-old teacher Michael Garcia in the chest. Later, speaking to the Associated Press, Garcia stated that when he was shot, he said that Coon's face showed anger. Total anger, real hatred. It's something I haven't seen on a 14-year-old's face before. By this stage, teachers began to evacuate students from their class, with 57-year-old teacher David Kachadorian shot in the back of his shoulder while in the hallway evacuating his class. Kachadorian taught Coon in a beginning algebra course but never disciplined Coon, and had no reason to believe that he would be targeted by Coon, telling the media after the shooting, "I never felt personally threatened or personally at risk. I had concerns about him, yes. He seemed like an angry young man. I did not fear for my own safety." Throughout the shooting, Coon had been cursing. He entered another room and shot himself to death in the right side of the head, the only fatality on that day. According to Cuyahoga County Coroner Frank Miller, Coon died nearly instantly. The motivation for Coon choosing these individuals was never made clear. The school was shortly thereafter placed on a code blue. A 14-year-old student was trampled in a hallway by fleeing students and was hospitalized for back and knee injuries. At 2:50 PM, then Cleveland Mayor Frank G. Jackson announced in a press hearing that the students injured were in a stable condition, while teachers were in an elevated condition. Students were treated at the Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital, an acute pediatric care children's hospital in Cleveland, while the teachers were taken to the Metro Health Medical Center in Cleveland. All public schools in Cleveland were closed on Thursday, the 11th of October 2007. Coon's family was in shock at the shooting, with Nicole inside the family's home, screaming at 2:20 PM when she was informed of the shooting and shouting, "My brother, no, oh my God," before running out of the house and into the intersection of West 43rd Street and Carlisle Avenue. An older woman who lived across the street from Coon said that she could not fathom that he was a school shooter. By the 15th of October, the last teacher was discharged from hospital, and the school reopened 1 day later, with metal detectors installed. In response to the shooting, schools in Cleveland were instructed to implement additional security precautions, including additional armed guards to patrol school campuses, and metal detectors were planned to be installed in schools, with detectors installed in all schools in the Cleveland district by 2009, as well as increasing help available to students with emotional issues and personal problems. Host of the breakfast radio show Rover's Morning Glory, Shane French, broadcast to 13 cities from WMMS in Cleveland, faced significant controversy when a photo of a crime scene was leaked onto the internet and placed on a web page promoting Rover's Morning Glory. The photograph was taken by Cleveland police officer Walter Emmerich, who sent the photo to other people, with the photo of the crime scene infamously linked onto the internet. As a result, Emmerich was suspended for 8 days. Mayor Jackson called the photograph extremely inappropriate. In June 2017, SuccessTech Academy was closed, with 2 other specialized schools, Cleveland School for the Digital Arts and the Davis Aerospace and Maritime High School, opened in its place. Thank you for watching. Please do yourself a favour and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to inform yourself of when new videos come out. Also, why not hit that like button and leave a nice comment? It helps more than you know and your support is truly appreciated. Until next time, stay awesome, stay classy, be kind to everyone you meet, have an amazing day, and remember the truth is always more interesting than fiction.